I remember you mentioning something to me, and I think you were going to tell me this story, but I think it didn't happen for some reason, where you had bought some car.
Oh.
Is this a real life talk about?
Oh, do we do this? I did think about talking about this.
We can cut it if you don't want to talk about it.
No, completely fine. The guy's been arrested, which is great.
Wait, what?
So
I didn't even know that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that you had a story with a car from Jurassic Park.
So
You can't start a story like that.
the guy's in jail, so which is really good. But anyway, yes, to even get there, we're cutting to the end. It's like an anime, you know. At the end already. How did we get here?
3 days earlier.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I just remember you like exclaiming. You were going to tell me the story, and it sounded like a lot. But then I think for some reason I had to go, or you had to go, or something. Where
It needs its time.
Right.
Okay. Do you want to talk about?
Yeah,
well, we got time. We got time.
So, of course, I'm a fan of Jurassic Park. I had the toys growing up.
Yep.
What do you do when you're an adult? You have the real thing. So, I bought a Ford Explorer, I think Mark 1 or something. Had it imported from somewhere in America, Savannah. That was it. I remember that. And then had it
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
God bless.
Because there's no ocean there. I think it's just all no
Yeah,
rust.
right.
So I had it all done, painted and everything, so it looked exactly like the ones in the movie.
Okay.
And it had the paint job, and I was going to do the interior.
The Jurassic Park one.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
My phone, and I also have the Jeep as well, the Jeep Wrangler, where they see the brachiosaur.
Oh, nice.
That one as well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I had this, but the difference was I didn't have the bubble roof.
Right.
Because of course that's like a whole thing. You have to cut a hole in the roof and everything.
That's a custom job.
So yeah, I had this, and then
This?
yeah, I do have this.
Why? Yes, I want to see
I'll
this.
show you a
my
video.
God.
But yeah, I mean that's
my
it there.
God.
So it has the bubble roof on.
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
And
that's
everything.
sick.
That's so cool.
This
Hell
must
yeah.
have been like a dream come true.
Oh yeah.
This is like
That's
this is
so sick.
This is like a
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo fan buying the mystery
Yeah, that's
machine.
it. So it's not.
Yo!
Not only did I.
So you like going around the UK driving that thing?
Yeah.
You must have
Hell
been-
yeah.
Everyone must have been like,
So-
yo.
I do have the Jeep as well.
Oh my God.
You got both?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bro's got adult money.
I'm like, my inner kid is coming out, man.
Yeah.
Just looking at all
So
that.
I did the interior as well. So it has it doesn't have the speedometer and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has so yeah, I have that Jeep as well.
That's so sick.
so cool. Yeah. But yeah, so I tried to get it like screen accurate, so I had the seats redone, reupholstered. So
Yeah.
there's no headrest.
Oh, right,
Because
right, right.
obviously when you're looking around in a tour vehicle, you want to see all the
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you don't want a headrest blocking you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how legal it is. But yeah, so it's got the consoles in. There's a little Apple, like Mac in there as well, which plays
Yeah.
the tour program that the fans have made. There's a Jurassic Park
Yeah.
Motor Pool.
Oh my
Shout out to
shit.
my guys at Jurassic Park Motor Pool who put together the tour program and put all the paint codes and everything for the colors
so
and stuff.
sick.
Yeah, but it gets a bit dodgy when, before I had the bubble roof on and everything,
Yeah.
I had a guy message me and said, "Oh, I do all these American cars. If you want any work done, message me." I was like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, I've got an Explorer." It's like, "Oh, yeah, I can easily do the bubble roof. Pass it to me."
Yeah.
Months later, he keeps on invoicing me for things like that, and I'm like, "Oh yeah,
So
sure."
you gave him the car and
So I sent the car off to him. I'm very naive. I am no longer this gullible, and he sends me invoices, and it goes on a bit too long. I'm like, I haven't seen my car in ages. Long story short, when I start asking for my car back, he's like, "No, not going to do it. Send me the money." What? Send me the money. And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Right, well, under the tort law, if you're not going to pay me, I can legally have your car."
what? Oh, so his plan from the start was to invoice you a bunch of fraudulent
Yeah.
invoices.
Yes.
So then he could
For
claim to
work
keep
that
the
was
car.
never done.
Right.
And then he was taking my car to shows in the UK
What?
and advertising his business.
What?
That's fucked up.
And then I was like calling the police. I was like, and they were like, "Oh, we're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Do you know where it is?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
So I had to get in touch with private investigators
Holy shit.
to track down this guy.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like they were like, "Oh, we found him," but then they followed him a couple of days, never found the car.
Right.
Even tracked his car, which is legal in the UK. You can't track cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually, I managed to find through someone that he was actually taking it somewhere else to get work done. Eventually,
Right.
I think that he'd caught up to him, and he told them to be like, "Just put a hole in it, put a hole in the roof, so it looks like he was doing it.
Right,
But
right.
luckily, I got to that company first, and I documented the whole process because I was like, this could be a Netflix documentary. I was like, where's my car? That's the thing, because I was ringing all these people, and eventually I got to the guy, and the relief I had, I was like, he was like, oh, you're the owner of the Explorer. I was like, yes. Oh, thank God. And eventually he like turned up, the guy who was doing all this, he turned up to that place with the ready to take it. And the guy wouldn't release it to him, fortunately.
Oh, thank God.
And that's how I got the car back. But it was this whole, and it ended up he was like taking old American cars, selling them. They were charity things.
Right.
And he was pocketing all the money.
Oh my God.
He was the lowest of the low, dude. And
scumbag.
And then eventually, like, not too long ago, I found out he got done because he actually self-reported himself to the police.
Oh,
What?
Trying to get somebody else arrested.
What?
But anyway, and now I got the car, and it's like, oh God, the stuff I went through for this thing.
Good riddance.
So yeah.
Wow.
Holy fuck. So that was one expensive car.
Oh yes, yes it was.
Dude, you should make a video about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That whole
Well,
document process sounds
I
awesome.
documented the whole process.
Yeah, sounds
Like
awesome.
even him on the phone and stuff. I was like,
Dude,
you know,
the
it
drama.
was-
Think
Yeah.
about it. That's
That's
an
That's a
amazing
video
story.
waiting to happen.
That's
Maybe
a
one
really
day.
fucking interesting story.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't want to give him any spotlight because I feel like he would revel in it.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
Well, not anymore. You're right.
He rebelled from a jail cell.
Yeah, I suppose, possibly, but yeah.
So you like went to this sorry, so he sent to another shop to get work done.
Yes.
And then when you explained the situation to the shop, they were like, "Oh, okay, we'll give it back to
Because
you."
he owed the shop money.
Oh
So
my
they
god.
weren't releasing the car to him.
Oh my god.
So all the money I was giving to him, he wasn't doing anything with the car. And then, yeah, so.
Wow.
It was a whole shebang that was. A whole
damn.
year of my life. It's like flashbacks.
Okay,
To,
thank you. If I ever have anything and anyone has to do work on it, I'll be like, "No, I'm good."
yes.
Yeah.
So I became a lot wiser. Like I went to Utah to see that project with the Utah Raptor.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
there
whoa, you went all the way to Utah for that?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Oh, it's fascinating because I got to interview Jim Kirkland, who discovered Utah Raptor.
Right.
But that whole thing started with this guy emailing me saying I work at the museum at the gift shop. And his email address was something like, your mama at da-da-da-da-da at Hotmail or whatever.
Wait. So you sent
Your mom's fat at gmail.com.
your extremely red Jeep to your mama?
No, I went there. So this email address messaged me and said, if you want to interview Jim Kirkland, the guy who
Oh, but it was
Utah
just like
Raptor."
the most random email.
It
that
was
was-
so random. And then I was like,
I'll go to Utah for this.
Let me go check.
It's in the middle of nowhere in
This was
Utah.
before my car incident. So I was a lot more like, of course I'll go to Utah.
Who would ever try
no
to
one would
scam
lie to
me? Yeah,
me.
no one would do that.
Unfortunately, he was a real guy.
Oh, okay.
And I
Okay.
did get to interview the Jim Kirkland there.
Your first question. What the fuck is that email?
There are those
Yeah.
there are those moments where you like maybe agree to do stuff like that where right before maybe you have to meet the person or whatever, where it dawns on you like this could be a
It could go really bad.
This could be a really bad idea.
Yeah.
But I've already committed, so let's see how it plays out.
Yeah. Well, that's why I ignored Maylin's messages for so long.
Really?
Yeah, when Maylin messaged me,
Yeah.
I was like, when she was like, I work for a that's a publisher for Katakawa. And I'm just like, this is back when nobody was like paying attention to anime YouTubers. So I was just like, scam email, delete. And then it was only when I was hanging out with Joey, when Joey was like,
Yeah.
yo, have you ever talked to Maylin? And I'm like, she's real?
Yeah, I was like, she's been trying to contact you for ages.
Yeah.
And you keep deleting the email.
No.
You also got to interview Jeff Goldblum as well.
Yes.
didn't you?
What?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. He's
Hell
exactly
yeah.
as you'd expect.
Is he?
He's
Oh,
Is he
man.
chill?
Oh yeah. Well, that was Jurassic World Evolution. Have you played that game?
I've not played that game.
Oh. Well,
is it
Evolution
good?
2. Well, you don't like dinosaurs though. I don't know.
Well,
if you-
I don't not like dinosaurs. I just
Maybe
don't
we
have
start a
any,
dinosaur
There's
arc.
no passion there yet, but maybe perhaps.
Yeah, maybe
Dinosaur
we can light the
Evolution,
fire.
Jurassic
By the end of the
Yeah.
episode, he'll be
Yeah.
in.
Exactly.
yeah.
So it's a game where you make your own park and you have the dinosaurs,
that sounds
and they
fun.
break out and fight and attack things.
That sounds great.
Basically,
it's a Zoo Tycoon with
theme
dinosaurs.
park,
Exactly.
dinosaur edition.
Was it
right?
popular?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the most popular dinosaur game I think.
Oh wow. Yeah,
right
very
now.
popular. Wow.
So yes, I went to the press event and we were allowed to interview Jeff Goldblum, and he's like in the Universal lot and everything. He's in a curtained off area where he's, everyone's taking turn the press and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You sort of go in there, and he's just so chill. He doesn't have to deal with all the stress and everything that's going on. He's completely quiet back there, and he's sucking on a lozenge, just relaxed. And you go in there, and you're like, hi Jeff. It was like, oh, what's your name and stuff. And luckily I was so nervous, but the guys up front who make this game, he properly introduced me because I was just like, I'm James. You don't say anything about you. You're just like, he's just happy to be there, and he doesn't know. But luckily, a guy came over and he said, "Oh, he's like the biggest dinosaur YouTuber, and he loves Jurassic." So then Jeff could get into the headspace of where the questions are going to go. So luckily, but yeah, it flew by. I think I only had about like 10 minutes or something with him.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they don't make it get long, right?
Yeah, but no, absolute gem, treasure, and love that man.
Damn, this game was good.
Yeah.
Good reviews.
Oh yeah, I mean, and if you have it on PC, there's loads of mods and stuff. So
I mean, I was very heavily considering getting this game just randomly because I was like, oh, it just looks like theme park.
It's Roller Coaster Tycoon
Roller Coaster
with
Tycoon,
dinosaurs.
but with
Exactly,
dinosaurs.
yeah.
I can fuck with that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But what about playing as the dinosaur? There's games like that. Be the
Are
dinosaur.
you serious?
Yes. You get to start as a baby. You grow. You hunt. You eat. And there's everyone online is playing as dinosaurs, and you have to kill them if you're a carnivore to eat.
So it's like a dinosaur MMO.
Yes.
Wait, what is it called?
Well, there's a few different ones.
Which one do you recommend?
Right now, I recommend Path of Titans.
Path of
Path of
Titans.
Path of
Oh,
Titans.
I haven't
Yes.
heard of this stuff.
So it's like 100 people on a server. They're all different dinosaurs.
Right.
They all have their calls and stuff. And if you're a carnivore, you have to basically hunt and eat other players.
Right.
So the food system is that, you are the resource. And you want to survive. If you're a herbivore, obviously you get big, and depending on the species and stuff. But I played this with Emirichu and Didus, and we had a good time just messing around. But yeah, you got your growth meter there, you've got your stamina, you can do different effects like bleed and stuff like that. You can call, have a hurt on there, he's being chased down by a concavinator there, trying to survive. Yeah. He's got the health bar, the hunger and thirst, and this is
sick.
Yeah, no, it's a really good game. There is another one called The Isle, which is way more unforgiving. I find that because in this, if you die, you lose some growth depending on the server.
Right.
In The Isle, you just start over if you die.
Oh,
and it can
shit.
take hours sometimes. And there's like a big crocodile in that game that you stay submerged, and you've got to wait for players to come by, and then you grab them and drown them and stuff like that. But yeah, there's.
This is a whole rabbit hole.
It's so much fun.
Interesting.
It's
Just
got
to
really
see.
good reviews.
Because I was gonna ask, I feel like the reason I got out of dinosaurs was because there wasn't enough dinosaur media to keep my passion going.
There wasn't, no. Yeah. 2003 was a dark time.
Never forget.
We had Jurassic Park Builder on mobile, and that was it. It was Farmville, basically. But we survived, and we're here to tell the
Good
tale.
shit now.
Now we got all this shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
So yeah, I mean, there's a whole. I mean, that's the old one. I think they've got like one in beta at the moment that's way better graphics and stuff. But yeah, that's been in early access for I think 15 years.
Oh my god.
No end in sight. But yeah,
This is 2015, so it's 10 years.
yes. Oh, when Jurassic World came out, the amount of dinosaur games that were indie that were like, oh yeah, and they all pushed themselves.
Right.
And all of them were horrendous. But they were like, money, must be money now.
course.
Yeah.
Got to catch the wave.
Yes, exactly.
God.
So that's probably why it was 2015.